Sports in general have a lot of different debates. Specifically in basketball alone, the first thing that comes to many minds is the LeBron or Jordan debate, or what was the greatest team of all time. One thing that is completely undeniable, though, is that Steph Curry completely changed the game of basketball, both in the NBA and in your everyday street ball matches. Steph Curry is a name that almost everyone can recognize. He was the leading scorer and force in the Warriors dynasty, which took place from 2014 all the way to 2022. What is so important about him, though, is his ability to shoot the ball from anywhere on the court like no other. You see, Steph Curry is a player of such unique talent that his shooting ability inspired a whole new generation of players, and you can see that by watching games from 2000, 2014, and when he won his first MVP in 2015, and all the way to the current day NBA in 2024 to 2025. In the year 2000, the league average three-pointer shot in a game was a measly 13. According to Basketball Reference, a website that has kept an in-depth account of almost all stats for every game, team, and player. This sounds like a small amount of threes in a game, because it relatively is. Before the early 2010s, the NBA three-point shot was more or less an afterthought, as many players decided to take the ball into the paint under the basket, rather than risk a shot at a further distance. In theory, that makes sense. Why waste a shot outside of the three-point line rather than take a high-volume, high-percentage shot underneath the basket? Fast forward to 2014 to 2015 when Steph Curry won his first MVP, the league began to average 23s in a season. This is a good marker as the NBA was about to start a revolution, because after this season, teams started to understand the approach that Steph Curry was using, and it was unlike anything seen before. While there were some smaller things you can always attribute to this increase in three-pointers, the main culprit was the MVP, Steph Curry. Now fast forward to now, where NBA teams have fully begun to understand and utilize this method of scoring is 3 is a bigger number than 2, and when you need a win, you need to score more points. Teams are now shooting around 37 threes in a game, which is a crazy jump from before, but it makes sense as the Warriors won 3 to 4 championships from 2014 to 2022. And they, during that span of time, were averaging more than 33s a game every single season, which is a large jump from league average every year. And yes, they had other stars other than Steph Curry, but he was the main culprit in this revolution in basketball.